you're doing here.
Okay, so I'm Emma Dietrich, and I'm a grad student in the Ecology, Evolution, and Behavior graduate department in the Department of Integrative Biology at UT.
Okay. And so you did two of our concentrations, right? Which two did you do?
I did the Science Communications concentration and the Teaching and Mentoring concentration.
Okay. And was it worth your while? Did you feel like it added value to your time here?
Yeah, they both, let's see, they both were extremely valuable in making me a better scientist and making me more prepared to pursue careers outside of academia if I want to.
Can I get you to repeat your answer, but say the two concentrations? Like, is that what? Because otherwise it's going to cut together a piece.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So I took the Teaching and Mentoring concentration and the Science Communications concentration, and both were valuable in making me not only a better scientist, I think, but also giving me skills that maybe I wouldn't have gained in my normal graduate school life.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a different answer, but anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
One of the big concerns that gets raised with graduate students is the time investment. I mean, you guys, your time is in high demand. Was it a major time investment? Did you feel that part of it was onerous, or was that a problem at all?
No, not at all. Neither of the concentrations required time that I wouldn't be spending. Sorry.
That's okay.
I guess, no, I didn't think that either was a huge time commitment, but I still could get a lot out of them. And you can even just put in as much time as you have to either one, depending on how important the skill set is for the concentration that you're taking for your future career. You know, I put a lot of time into one of the teaching courses because I really wanted to learn more about curriculum design, but I think they're both of the concentrations, or all of the concentrations, are flexible somewhat, and especially because we're all really busy, and you know, this is for the grad student, not for the teacher, really. Yeah.
Yeah, great. Were they fun?
Yeah, they were a lot of fun. The science communication concentration, we had a lot of great discussions about why it's important to be a better communicator just as a scientist or in life in general. And it was great to sit around with other scientists who agree that science communication is important. And the teaching and mentoring was also really fun. You know, we got to design small lessons together or practice teaching to each other in a pretty low-key environment. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I guess I don't know that I have much else. I mean, is there anything else that you'd like to say about them?
Let me
I mean,
think.
would you recommend them to students coming in?
Yeah, I do think so. Let's see. I think that some students don't think it's important to develop skills that aren't directly related to their research while they're in grad school. But I disagree with that, and I think that being a better teacher or being a better communicator will make you a better researcher if that's what you want to be, and if that's what you want to come out of grad school with, I guess.
Did you get anything out of them that you didn't expect to? For example, with the teaching and mentoring, you think, well, I'm going to learn how to teach. But you said something that indicated that maybe it added more than just that. Is that accurate?
Yeah, I'm trying to think though of how to like say it. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think yes, but I don't know how to like
Okay,
word
that's
it.
fine.
I'm sorry.
So who taught the communications concentration?
So Anthony Dudo and Mackenzie Green taught the science communications concentration.
Right, and Anthony is with who? Do you know?
Anthony is in the Moody College of Communications, and he researches science communication. So it was really cool to hear about what communication strategies are effective, and it was really it was a very different science communications course because we learned not only about how to communicate, but about the science of communication and what communication practices have been shown to be more effective, which I had never learned before in any science communication course taught by a primarily scientist type person or faculty member.
So there was a practicum, so there was a lecture and there was a practicum. What kinds of things did you do in the practicum?
You know, our class was the first class, so it was pretty small, and both the lecture and the practicum kind of melded into similar classes, but the lecture was more of a discussion or learning about the research behind science communication. The practicum, we really spent a little bit more time using those skills and practicing how we would approach different communication scenarios, like communicating with a friend versus communicating to a large audience. And we even practiced, how to figure out who your audience is and target your message to that audience, things like that.
Very cool. And so tell me a little bit about who taught the teaching and mentoring part of it.
Yeah, so Kristen Patterson teaches the two teaching courses in the teaching and mentoring concentration, and I had a different teacher for the mentoring part than I think most people, but and I'm blanking on name.
That's okay.
Okay.
That's okay.
But Kristen Patterson is I think she's a lecturer in instructional design. I can't quite remember. But Kristen is a really great teacher, and she shaped the way that I think about teaching, and I think she's really good at helping you figure out how to teach in your own style and really kind of taught me that anyone can be a teacher. It's not something that's just innate to some people. It's something you have to work hard to be better at, and anyone can do that, which was really nice.
So you said that they helped you become a better scientist. What are some ways that you feel like they helped you become a better scientist?
So in the teaching and mentoring concentration, if you're going to be a scientist in academia, you'll probably have to teach. And even if you're a scientist outside of academia, you'll probably be teaching people within your lab new techniques or mentoring people within your lab. And those are skills that you just don't gain. You can gain them, through your experiences, but it's also nice for someone to guide you through that a little bit and show you different strategies than you might come up with on your own. In the science communications concentration, we learned a lot about how being a better communicator is key to being a good scientist, because you have to be able to, communicate to grant agencies, to collaborators, just to your peers, essentially. And you have to be able to communicate why your science is important for anyone to care about it. So I do think both skills are important to being a better scientist.
Great.
Advice for anybody that are entering into the concentration?
Oh, okay, yeah. Do you have any tips for anybody that would consider taking the concentrations?
Yeah, or how to approach it, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, let me think. I guess, advice. I would say to just take the concentrations that sound like interesting to you and sound like skills that you want in your career or skills you think you need in your career, because I found them all very helpful, and you really can, I don't know. Yeah, sorry, kind of lost my train of thought. Yeah, so I think you can get out of the concentrations exactly what you want, and I didn't think that they were too time-consuming at all. I wanted to be there, so in that sense, they weren't a waste of time for me. So if you want to do the concentrations, you should do them and not worry that it's going to negatively affect your career in any way.
What about, were there any surprises that you found beneficial from taking it, that you've seen kind of, it's benefited you some kind of way since taking it or during taking it?
That's a good point. I'm not sure yet, I guess. I haven't applied for jobs yet, so it's hard to say, yeah.
What about so what concentrations did you do again?
Science communication, teaching, and mentoring.
So does it help so do you teach too, or you just, are you taking classes, or what, does it help you in those areas?
Yeah, so, okay, yeah, so,
Can I get you to talk?
yeah, sorry.
Sorry.
So I've noticed already, I feel like a more confident teacher when I'm a teaching assistant and helping my students in those classes, and even in just communicating with my friends or family, or writing is a lot easier after taking the communication concentration. Communicating my science to anyone, I think, has gotten a lot more comfortable.
Really?
Yeah.
So you think writing's gotten easier?
Yeah, I mean, just thinking about your audience, your message, figuring out a clear communication plan, which we practice doing a lot in that course, has made writing somewhat easier. Yeah. I think being better at communicating makes everybody's life easier, so I do highly recommend the concentration.
That's fantastic. All right.
What was the first question you asked?
I just asked her to describe who she was.
Let's do that again.
Okay.
Okay.
Do that again,
Yeah, so I'm Emma Dietrich, and I'm a PhD student in the Ecology, Evolution, and Behavior graduate program in the Department of Integrative Biology here at UT.
Okay, can I get you to do it again? And does she need to state the concentrations that she?
Sure. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so start all the way over?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I'm Emma Dietrich, and I'm a PhD student in the Ecology, Evolution, and Behavior graduate program in the Department of Integrative Biology here at UT. And I took the Teaching and Mentoring and the Science Communications concentrations.
Okay, can I get you to do it one more time? But don't
Sorry, it's hard.
I'll stand here.
I'm just not good at eye contact. I don't know.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait till you see my clips and see how awkward I am. You'll
Okay.
feel much better, trust me. You'll go, oh, I look fine.
It's also like so many I have to
Words,
remember the whole
Yeah.
program. Okay. So my name is Emma Dietrich, and I'm in the Ecology, Evolution, and Behavior graduate program in the Department of Integrative Biology. And I took the Teaching and Mentoring concentration and the Science Communications concentration. Did I do
How you
it?
feel about it?
I don't know.
You can do it again. Just make it more conversational. Ask her the question, Scott, and then let her.
Ask
let
her, okay.
Yeah. let her
Okay.
respond that way.
Okay.
So, who are you? What program are you in, and which concentrations did you take?
So I'm Emma Dietrich. I'm a PhD student in, oh crap, sorry, now I'm like forgetting who I am. Okay. Yeah.
It doesn't get better as you get older.
Right, yeah. Okay, so I'm Emma Dietrich, and I'm a PhD student in the Ecology, Evolution, and Behavior graduate program in the Department of Integrative Biology here at UT, and I took the Teaching and Mentoring concentration and the Science Communications concentrations with CNS.